Anxiety. Yeah, I'll just get right to it. Today I thought, okay, let me talk about respect. Let me talk about you respecting yourself. But when went for a talk, I was like, okay, I'm going to plan this talk on respect today. I joked. I listened to an audiobook while I'm running. I was thinking, okay, what's the point I'm going to make about respect? And it took a whole different 180 when I heard the statement that, okay, the reason we're anxious to the point that we do not try anything, it's because we fear if it works out. We fear, what if it works out? Does this mean I'm going to keep standard? Does this mean I have to be better? And I thought about it. And I was like, damn, okay? This thing, when it happens, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this. What happens next? Because anxiety is a thing of the future. When you think about the future, you become anxious. When you think about the past, you become depressed. So I was like, okay, all I've done was think about stuff to do in the future. I did was to think of making videos, impacting people at the larger scale. But now, I never understood where my fear comes from, why I do not do it, why I do not even try at some point. Until what I had this morning, I was like, okay, this thing, it happens because you're thinking, if I run 5 kilometers today, I share this thing on Facebook, I share this thing on WhatsApp statuses, I share this thing on Instagram. Now I'm a center of attention. Now I'm required to do 10 next week, if not 6. Now I'm required to perform miracles. Now I'm required to stand by that standard and be measured by that standard. Now I've put myself in the pedestal whereby I have to be criticized. Then I understood that, oh, this is where it gets scary. This is my paralysis. As I'm speaking to you, this is my paralysis. I'm doing these things. I was like, okay, let me get out of my shell and tell my story, because I always wanted to tell stories. I was like, okay, let me tell my story through a larger media. But I thought, okay, let me start in Facebook, in WhatsApp, in YouTube. But when I thought about it, when I heard this anxiety story, I was like, okay. I started in YouTube. I share this thing on my WhatsApp status. Of course, people who come to view these things are my friends. But I always say in a WhatsApp, in a YouTube video, when this ends, people ask that, okay, if you like my content, please subscribe on this thing below. I've seen videos ending with some captions. Mine just end up rattling. Okay, I'm just saying that last sentence, and I'm like, okay, sharp, fine. But I saw that, okay, if I'm asked, and I scrutinized this idea, I was like, if I ask for people to subscribe, now I'm going to have more viewers. Now I'm going to have more people judging me. Now I have to have people on the comment section telling me that what I'm taking is crap. I was like, oh, this is where the fear comes in. This is where the anxiety sets in. This is the reason why we do not do anything at scale, because we know these stories of someone who went to college or Hamba or a university. When they come back, they left Ikasi, bought a house in the suburbs. They drive big cars, and they were like, okay, we're living large. After that, life happened, and they came back to Ikasi, to the living in the back rooms. We don't tell the stories of how they tried. We tell the stories that, okay, you see, this so-and-so, this person thought that, okay, he's bigger than life. He thought he's better than everyone. Life will humble you. That's what we always say, that, okay, respect life, life will humble you. But the circumstances we say that, it's because most of the time it stems from jealousy. Most of the time, it stems from the fact that we do not do things that we want to do. Now, when someone does it, we're thinking, okay, uzofeyila nini? When is he going to come back? Because they always do. They always do. We have this saying as black people that isikhathi sokujabula sincane. We praise that. We go to church for that, where we say, okay, these are the troubles we have to conquer. We love living in struggles because not getting out of struggle is scary. Getting out of struggle is scary because we have to maintain the standard. Succeeding is scary because now you have to push for more. Now you have to show the world that this was not a fluke. Now you have things to prove for yourself because now succeeding is not reaching that goal where you say, you see, I was clever in school. I got A's. Now you have to prove that you are an A person, not an A student. Being an A student, it's a one-time thing whereby you reach your high and you're like, okay, I got an A. You're going to brag about that until you become 60 to your grandkids. That's the stories I hear, Ekazi. That's the stories I hear when I implement a magic. When someone tells me that, okay, you see, Mfetu, I was very, very dangerous when I'm young. When I was young, Bengtsoyembu, no one could touch me. When I went to the ground, I was like, in the soccer field, well, everyone was like, yeah, this guy, this is it. The reason they did not succeed, and the reason why our players go overseas and come back within a span of 3 to 5 years, it's because we'll go there with that mentality that, okay, where I come from, they do not like to see someone succeed. Where I come from, you become judged when you do something at scale. Guess what? Every leader is judged. No one is not. Every person who did something significant in this world has been judged. Not in this country, not in this race, in the whole entire world. The most respected icon in this world, Dr. Nelson Mandela, is been criticized, he's been judged here at home. We say Dr. Nelson Mandela sold us out. You know why? Because the guy risked his life. The guy stood in the dock and told people that, okay, these are the ideals I stand for. If you do not like them, imprison me for life or hang me. What kind of sellout is that? We want stories to soothe our imaginations whereby we're like, okay, Dr. Mandela was in prison, Mapunu coached him, and they bought him so that he can sell the world. What are you doing to change the world? He was never paralyzed by anxiety. He lost people while he's in prison. You go to any leader in the country. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, is the most criticized person on socials. Because the guy is impacting the world at scale. The guy is changing the narrative on how we do things. He's the most important guy in business right now because he changes the way of thinking of making business. There will always be riots on his stores. There will always be protests in his stores because why? People know that this guy is impacting the world at scale. They want the share of that. We do not want to create something. We want share. We want to vote someone into position of power so that we can protest that he's not delivering. We do not want to ascend to the position of power because we know that we, the people, as protesters, if someone does something, we are quick to protest. So the reason we're not putting ourselves lapha phezulu is because we know that, okay, when I'm up there, these people are coming for me. Guess what? These guys are not bothered by it. They might be anxious, but they thrive on that. they see their anxiety as physiology. You see, the interesting thing about anxiety, you get the same anxiety in physiology when you are afraid to do something. It's the same anxiety when you go to a roller coaster and when you go to these joy rides at Gold Reef City or wherever where you are, if you're at the Walt Disney, at there, where you're like, I'm afraid to get in this ride, but I'm going to go there and scream while I'm doing it. But at the end, I'm going to finish the ride. However, when it comes to your goals, it paralyzes you. You're like, okay, if I do this, if it fails, no. What if it succeeds? That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of what if it goes right? What if it works out? Am I now going to be judged by people? Am I now going to put myself out there so that people are going to scrutinize every little aspect of me? That's how they do to our celebrities. So we know that this is coming for us. This is coming to us. This thing, that train is never late, whereby the most famous Twitter headline is so and so must fall. We celebrate the falling of someone. We tweet faster. It trends. It trends more than when someone succeeded. It trends more than when someone is doing something great. When something goes wrong, we there as keyboard warriors. So and so must fall. So and so should not buy. Don't buy such press. Don't buy whatnot. You know what? Because we are afraid of challenging us. We are afraid of challenging ourselves. We are afraid of succeeding because we do not like the attention we're going to get. We do not like, rather, that we have to do more than we're doing now. It has to change. We have to strive on this anxiety. We have to say things like this, like, okay, I'm afraid of doing this video. As I'm speaking now, I'm afraid of doing this. What if people criticize me? Well, if it happens, it happens. I want people to criticize me. That's how I will grow. I want to improve this content. That's how I will come to respect what I'm doing. That's how I will come to research a topic thoroughly before I talk to you guys. Now it's up to me to make this trend so that you guys have a better content. This is my mission, to increase awareness, to make it famous. Now I'm going to spend the whole time, the whole one, like a big portion part of my energy doing these things. You know why? Because it makes me anxious. It makes me afraid. I'm going to strive on anxiety. I implore you to strive on this. Whatever goal you want to achieve, strive on it. When you're anxious about it, that's where you should go. The religious people say, even while I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. But the moment the shadow of death comes to you, you're like, no, God, please protect me. This is not my fight, this is yours. From today, I told you, when this comes, just say, bring it on. I say to you, bring it on. Help me in succeeding in impacting people at scale. Subscribe to what I'm saying. Subscribe to my channel. Make it trend. Put it on your WhatsApp video, WhatsApp statuses. It's a scary thing to say. It's a scary thought to even think about it because I'm afraid. But you know what? To hell with it. Thank you.